So why am I so convicted, convinced that and committed to knowing that the information that I'm sharing with you is going to work? How am I so confident of that? And I really believe it comes down to this, because I'm just not telling you what to do. Okay? And I'm going over and beyond of telling you how to do it. I'm telling you why it works. I'm going to show you how this works. It literally is the how of why it works. Does that make sense? Why does this work? How does this work? After I got through this, guy got to the other side of this thing of mental fucking despair, suicidal ideation, nighttime anxiety, treatment-resistant depression, severe anxiety, sleep apnea, all that shit, on the other side of it now being medication-free, I had to find out what I did. I know how I did it, but why did it work? What happened? Literally, what happened up here to create a complete 180 turnaround? You see, what I can tell you is this. If your ways are not getting you the results that you really want, then my question for you becomes, are you open and willing to experience new possibilities by trying new ways of thinking, right? Because everything comes down to a thought. It's a thought process that evokes new feelings. You see, I'm going to guess right now, you're probably in a mental state of despair. Okay? A state of despair, the opposite of that would be order. Let's put some order into your thoughts. You have to create order, because those thoughts right now, I understand those thoughts, for me, they're coming from every angle, all over the place, bombarding me with negativity, despair, hopelessness. All that negative shit was hitting me at one time, constantly going barrage, right? It was like a freight train coming at me full speed, and I couldn't stop it. It was here, it was coming at me fast, and I could not fucking stop it. I had to first slow it down. By doing that, I had to put some order to my thoughts. And before I could even have order to my thoughts, I had to have a belief. I had to establish a belief that this was going to work, that this thing was not going to take me out. As much as it wanted to, as bad as I felt, as close to committing suicide as I came, there was something in me that kept me pursuing a better outcome. Okay? And that's what I want for you. You have to establish a belief, because there's going to be doubt in your mind that's going to come up and tell you this is your destiny. This is where you're going to be for the rest of your life. And I'm going to say that's bullshit. I'm going to call bullshit on that, because I'm on the other side of it. I want you to look at this experience that I'm sharing with you, my personal story, as an example, and use it to get on the other side of it. So why? How? Why is this working? How am I going to share? How am I going to relay my experiences to you in a way that you're going to understand it, believe it, apply it, and experience it? That's a lot. That's a big ask, right? But I believe it's going to be a big win. If, and this is a big if you're open to new ideas and concepts that I'm going to share with you throughout these videos, then I 110% believe you will experience emotional freedom. Because that's what I believe you really want, right? I 100% believe that's what you want. You have to first you have to organize your thoughts to get to a belief that you can get through this, all right? You want to structure it that way. Then what you want to do, when you say it, and you begin to believe it, you have to evoke a new feeling and attach it to it. Experience a new feeling, right? What we're really doing is this. You're going to create the new life you want in your mind. Your mind has to create it first. You have to experience it. You have to visualize it in your brain first, okay? Once you can close your eyes and sit in that meditation and visualize I'm not talking about a new house, a new car, a new spouse, another vacation. I've been there, done that. None of that shit works. It's not going to get your ass out of where you're at. What you want to do is make emotional freedom your end goal. You want to be free from all that. You want contentment without attachment. What's a life of contentment without attachment mean to you? Feel it. Well, for me, it was like, oh shit, this is what I've been looking for my entire lifetime, is a feeling of contentment without being attached and trying to play whack-a-mole with people, places, and things. You see, the controlling part of me had to manipulate, control, predict, be attached to expectations and outcomes, and then it would produce a small, fleeting moment of happiness for a minute, right? And then it would go away. Then it got to the point where this was my best friend. This here, once I added this to this, it intensified it for the time being. It was a quick state change. It changed my state of being very quickly. And it was okay for a certain duration of time, and for a period of years. I no longer do this. The buffalo is no longer my friend. I rode the buffalo really hard. As a matter of fact, what I would do, being completely transparent with you, I had so much of this. I had so many empty bottles. I finally took it to my local glass shop. I had my glass shop cut the top off, okay? Then they put in the sander, sand it down. Now I have a nice Buffalo Trace glass packed with crushed ice. And the tea, right here, this right above here, that was my fill line. So that was the fill line. And the rest of it was a can of Vernors ginger ale. It had to be a certain brand, right? It was, and then that was my go-to. That's how I self-medicated for many years. No longer. So what I'm sharing with you is new ideas to evoke a new feeling, the new you. There's going to be resistance, as I said in these previous videos, that's going to come up and tell you and give you every excuse as to why this will not work. Understand this. Anytime that excuse pops up, what it's really doing is keeping your ass confined to the current state that you are now in. Okay? It's trying to keep you safe. Maybe it doesn't believe that old programming, the old conditioning doesn't believe you can achieve or even deserve anything better than what you're getting. Again, I call bullshit on that because I'm here to tell you, you can get to the other side of this thing. Okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to first work on believing that it's possible. I can't work with you and I cannot help you. I cannot share. Nothing I share with you is going to land and stick if you don't believe it's possible for you. And then when all else fails and you have every excuse telling you why you can't, one reason you can, I'm here alive telling you you can. I've been through a lot of shit. Deep, dark shit that I'm on the other side of now. Medication free, depression free, anxiety free, suicidal ideation free, all free from all of it. I'm experiencing emotional freedom on a daily basis. And it's amazing. And I know I want that same thing for you. I'm here to tell you you can do this. If you want to lean on me, share with me your experiences, you know how, right? Reach out. Hit the DMs, send me the DMs, hit the like buttons. Whatever it takes, whatever I can offer you. Because I know when I was going through my darkest days, there were some people on the other side of this thing sharing with me support. Aside from all the suicidal hotlines I would call on a regular basis, I had a people around me that were doing their best to keep my ass alive. So I know how important it is to have somebody on the other side of this supporting you, even if it's just a sounding board, right? But at the same time, I also know this. Once you get it right here, and again, it's not easy when you're going through all the things you're going through right now. Once you get this right, everything else is going to fall into place. So send me your messages, give me the thumbs up, give me feedback. Let me know how these are coming across to you guys, because I'm opening up to you like a book and give you everything I got. Be fucking bold.